Alabama quarterback Ty Simpson here. They've looked at wide receivers as well, but the Rams have mulled this pitch long and hard, and they are expected to go back to the offensive side of the football, Greeny.
All right, Schefter, thank you. There's a team, of course, that was on the doorstep of the Super Bowl a year ago. We'll see what direction they choose to go here. The Ravens will come behind them, followed by Tampa Bay, and then the New York Jets will make their second selection of the night. But it's the Rams who are on the clock here at 13, and here comes the commissioner with the announcement.
With the 13th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Los Angeles Rams select Ty Simpson, quarterback, Alabama.
Oh my goodness. We have the first true stunner of the 2026 first round. Ty Simpson goes 13 to the Rams. If you've not been following this process, the speculation, or at least the question, had been, would he go in round one at all? He goes 13 to LA. Let's talk about Ty Simpson. You see the big hug there. He spent 4 years at Alabama, but started only one of them. To just 15 starts in his collegiate career. Numbers were great. 28 touchdowns, just 5 interceptions. He's 23 years old. He'll be 24 in December. And, of course, he is the son of a coach, Jason Simpson, who has been the head man at UT Martin Mel since 2006.
We thought when the Rams traded 29 to the Chiefs, right? We thought that trade at 29 was going to take Ty Simpson to put him in a spot where maybe Arizona would have to trade in, because the Rams aren't going to take him at 13. Well, the Rams took him at 13. Why would you do that when you're built for now with Matthew Stafford? Because they want the heir apparent, obviously, in Ty Simpson. This is a kid up till mid-November, Lou, was at 21 touchdowns and 1 pick. Then he said he got hurt. He was beat up. Then he had 5 straight games with a fumble loss. Then he had a fumble loss in the playoffs as well, right? But he wasn't 100%, he said. He should get a little bigger, a little stronger. To me, Ty Simpson, they're hoping, is the heir apparent to Matthew Stafford.
Look, there's a reason why, and I tried to say this, and there were people who were all over me on social. Look, there's a reason why this young man decided to come out. Him and his inner circle decided to come out. And that was because they felt as though this was going to happen. And I bet they felt as though this was going to happen with this team. He is perfect for this team. He is perfect for this offense. He ran very similar concepts at Alabama. He gets to sit behind Matthew Stafford. People say, well, why would you take a quarterback like this if you're built to win now? Well, the best time to take a quarterback is when you don't need one, not when you're up against the wall and you're forced in picks. He fits perfectly. His tape, you cannot deny. You can go ahead and bang on him for the fact that, you know what, his resume is not that long, but his play this year, he showed some high-level quarterback play. Sean McVay must have saw the same thing, and now he gets to learn from one of the very best to do it in Matthew Stafford.
He showed high-level quarterback play. The 15 starts concern me. I don't think there's a track record for guys that have started 15 games. And then on top of that, Mel, think about this. How does this help the Rams this year? They were arguably the best team in football last year. Matthew Stafford is coming back. This does not help them win this season.
It helps Ty Simpson, though. 15 starts is a risky number. He's got to sit and watch and learn. He can't be forced in there. The Rams are a team ready to win a Super Bowl. Watch Matthew Stafford. Learn from Matthew Stafford. 15 starts is risky. Now he has a chance to set
Aaron Bonvoy, Laura, and Ty Simpson.
Ty, your dad was your coach. He's been a coach for as long as you can remember. As you think about tonight, now that you're a first-round NFL quarterback, how did he help you get here?
I mean, first off, I want to give all the glory to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. The fact that I'm here on the NFL stage of the draft, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him. But my dad, you know, he helped me along the way in everything possible, from sitting in meetings to quarterback drills. Shout out UT Martin and everything they've done for me as well.
Now you're going to play in an offense with the Rams. It's similar to the offense that you ran at Alabama. What are you most excited about in learning from Sean McVay and quarterback Matthew Stafford?
Yeah, I mean, two of the greatest minds in, offense, especially with, Coach McVay and the quarterback offensive standpoint. And then, Matthew is one of the greatest of all time. So I'm looking forward to it.
Congratulations, Ty.
Thank you.
Ty Simpson, the third quarterback the Rams have taken in the first round. The others were Sam Bradford and Jared Goff. Adam Schefter, tell us about the Rams' decision here.
Well, Greeny, the Rams talked about it, and they felt this was a rare opportunity at 13 to go get a quarterback. They were so convinced of their decision that earlier today, they called their veteran quarterback Matthew Stafford and told him that they plan to take top
50 on anything in the draft. If you are pro this Tyson's team and you really do think the Giants are going to take him at 10, bet him to go exactly at 10 at plus 300. Bet him to go to NOLA at plus 200, right? Take both of those to go to the Giants and the Saints, and that's a better value because you know those would likely be the landing spots than taking a minus 125 bet, taking a minus 550 bet. And if you're anti this whole entire thing and the steam and the drama and everything happening on social media, then just take Carnell Tate now, who's at a phenomenal price relative to what he used to be. Like, I think we sometimes have to use our brains from 2 weeks ago before all the steam and the drama and the rumors were occurring here. So take Carnell Tate at this number or just take him to go to the Giants for a better price.
Come on, Kens. You know it's all about recency bias here. We're not worried about what we talked about 2 weeks ago. While I do have you, though, I also want to ask you about Ty Simpson here because he's been one of the most polarizing prospects since the end of the season, it felt like, when Alabama was knocked out there. Minus 400 right now to be taken in the first round. We heard Mike Renner say that he likes him to go 21 to the Steelers. We also heard from Aditi, and she's saying that Steelers Nation doesn't want that. What are the numbers telling us when it comes to Ty Simpson as a first rounder?
Yeah, so he opened up around minus 200 it was to be a first rounder. Now that seemed up to minus 400, and to your guys' point, what you were talking about earlier, that's correlated with, is Arizona going to trade up for him? Maybe the Jets are going to either, who knows? So the fact that he's now minus 400 makes those trade rumors feel a little bit more realistic if you're going to look at odds makers as part of the storyline here. Again, numbers I don't think are worth touching in this moment. I think the quarterback market, when it comes to betting on quarterbacks, we wait till day 2, we see what we have to work with, we start looking at Carson Beck potentially and what's going on there. But as far as Ty Simpson day 1, I really don't think it's worth putting money on right now.
All right, Kens, you will have your best bets when it comes to the first round of the NFL draft in just a bit. We'll check in with you when that time comes. I do want to ask the table, though, when it comes to Ty Simpson, it just seems like the opinions keep changing. I'll go to my resident quarterback on set here. What are your thoughts with Ty Simpson and his potential as a first rounder?
Yeah, I think it's interesting this year because Fernando is surefire the QB1, and then after that, there's a little bit of a drop-off. In a normal year, if you've got a quarterback class that's stacked, we saw a couple years ago where you had 6 guys in the top 12. So is Ty Simpson a first-rounder? Is he not? I'm not here to answer that question. Do I think he's going to go in the first round tonight? Yeah, I do, because there's an Arizona Cardinals. There's a New York Jets. I don't think the Steelers are going to take him at 21, but who knows? Mike McCarthy could decide to make a splash as soon as tonight in his opening to Pittsburgh fans in the city of Pittsburgh. So that's the beautiful thing kind of about draft night, draft weekend. I think Ty Simpson has the physical traits to be a first-round draft pick. There's going to be a team out there that says, hey, man, we're in a rebuild. We need a quarterback. If it's the Arizona Cardinals, if they get Jeremiah Love at 3 and trade back in and get your quarterback, that's a pretty good foundational starting point for Mike LaFleur to say, all right, we've got a quarterback, we've got our running back, we've got some different pieces on offense. Let's see if we can build from this and build and really put all our chips in Ty Simpson's basket. And you've got to be okay with saying, hey, it's not going to be perfect right away. Not every quarterback can make the jump from college to NFL and make it seamless. So there's going to be a level of hey, we're going to have to be okay with the negatives, be okay with the positives, and hopefully by the end of the year, this next season, look at what the Saints did last year with Tyler Shuck and how he was able to progress. So I see a similar path for Ty Simpson and a team trading back into the first round to grab him.
Right.
Yeah, I look at the team that we're probably not even talking about, like the Rams. We usually don't see the Rams live for the future. They live in the now, right? But this is an opportunity to live for the future, and this is a chance for them to really kind of lend themselves some runway for a quarterback behind a Matthew Stafford. So I feel like that would kind of drive up the price. But I can see him going in the first round, but just after, the middle part, so where we see the Rams kind of be that fly in the ointment, so to speak.
I just think from a talent standpoint that he has the ability to be a starting quarterback in the NFL. So what does that mean? That means either patience, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, I think there's a little bit of a similarity to Daniel Jones here where, Jones comes in as a first-round draft pick. Obviously, it doesn't go the right way. He gets traded. He's spectacular last year until he gets injured. Quarterbacks do take some time. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. But the talent level, listen, I was on the field when we played Alabama, and I felt like his talent level was NFL talent level. and that he could be a starter. So it'll be interesting. Like, he could go to Pittsburgh, and you could easily make the case, we're going to flip the script here. It's time to move on. Here's our new quarterback. He could go to LA. That'd be a great place for him. Or he could get the reins right away in Phoenix. And I think all those three things are definitely possible.
You know, I waited to the last minute to ask our resident Alabama Crimson Tide player here his thoughts on Ty Simpson. I don't know. Are we rolling Tide when it comes to a first-round Ty Simpson here?
Well, first and foremost, I roll Tide till the day I die. And for all the people out there,
make sure you look into the camera.
Yeah, for all the people out there that think any other type of way, you're sadly mistaken, and I'm not going to waste my time trying to correct you. Well, here's what I will say about Ty Simpson. I absolutely agree with Coach Kelly. He has the talent. He's got the confidence, and it's not about, like, he's got great arm talent, but it's not necessarily the size, the speed, it's his confidence, it's his demeanor under pressure on the road after they lost the first game on the road to Florida State last year, and then it looked like, oh, damn, what's this Alabama team going to look like? Then they ripped off 6 straight. They won 4 straight in the SEC, one of the toughest conferences in football, and a lot of that was on the shoulders of Ty Simpson. The only caveat is we have such a small sample size of it. Yeah. We have such a small sample size of it. So if I'm playing both sides of the field here, if I'm 31 NFL teams, if I'm a GM of 31 NFL teams, I'm going to have just a little bit of a question mark about the fact that he only started 15 games. He couldn't beat out Jalen Milroe, who, as we've seen, isn't necessarily an NFL quarterback yet. And I have concerns. But if I'm the Los Angeles Rams, I've got no concerns whatsoever, because the situation that he's going to be coming into is very similar to what he dealt with at Alabama. There were guys that beat him out. Matthew Stafford is going to beat him out if he does not retire. So he's going to have to wait, and he learns from the reigning NFL MVP, somebody who's won a Super Bowl under Sean McVay. Sean McVay being the quarterback whisperer that he is in the National Football League. That is the situation that I want to see personally. As a Tide fan, as a Ty Simpson fan, that's what I want to see, because I don't want to see him thrown into a situation like potentially Arizona, where, yes, man, everything that you said was correct, but these coaches, they're on a time clock too. So as much as we want to sit here and talk about, let's be patient, let's give this guy time, let's be okay with the ugly. Mike LaFleur, he ain't got that much time. No coach does. Everybody is on borrowed time.
Patience and NFL do not, those two words do not.
Oil and water there. I will tag this by saying the Rams pick at number 13. So I'll just leave it there. We are just getting started here on CBS Sports HQ with your draft preview. We're going to take a quick break. We skipped Fernando Mendoza for obvious reasons, but when we come back,